them. Welcome to my Sunday from today. I'm sorry, I don't know who's hooting like an owl outside. Like, I'm sorry, I don't understand what's going on, but today is a mukbang, another mukbang, back to back. I made smash burger, chicken burger, and homemade fries with ketchup and ranch. And yeah, I did a get ready with me on TikTok so you could see how I did this. And then I have a splash of sparkling water cherry flavor. This is that. And yeah. So I was trying to bake a potato and I was like, how do you bake a freaking potato? Like, I literally, I don't know, it's just sometimes like my brain goes like kabonk. But I've been keeping an eye on that Guam storm, and they said that it's moving away from Guam for sure. And tomorrow they will see the winds, and at night it will definitely have made impact. Those are good. I didn't season them at all. I should, but they're literally just potatoes. But I cooked them in the same pan as a smash burger. I was trying to make Bill Miller fries. Do you guys like Bill Miller fries? Mm-hmm. Honey. So I was just enjoying my weekend. And I don't know. But guys, please subscribe because I'm trying to hit my milestone and trying to eat that cake. Oh. Look at that. Delicious. It's ketchup and Arby's sauce and cheese. Two pieces of cheese. And I've been avoiding something. I think we all know the elephant in the room. That's that I have an ongoing situation with some of my exes. And I still blame myself. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have said something. If I could figure out what, I could make it right. Or, you know, maybe I should reach out to, I don't know who, or maybe I should talk to them, or I don't know. I find myself blaming myself a lot. And I feel really bad because, like, I'm, like, in a relationship with somebody for the majority that I was seeing before them. And there is somebody that was, you know, my ex. Like, at that time, he was my ex. And that's when this relationship started that I currently am in. So it kind of makes me feel really bad that I have to, you know, be so open about it, like, because they all know each other. And they're pretty well known people. So it's not like I can just, like, run from that. Like, I'm constantly confronted I'm constantly confronted. If it's not in the streets, it's online too. So what I was thinking, was I was just like, I'll just tell him every single thing, and I'll ask him, let's not like do the worst. Let's, do the most, because we still, we're still very freshly along, and it worked. Like, I'm sorry, like, you had your chance or whatever, but then when this new person decided that they were going to shoot their shot, on Easter weekend, it was like, I didn't know how he was going to react, and he didn't react how I expected him to, but I feel like nothing's changed in a relationship. So that's all that matters to me. And people probably assume, because he tells everybody, like, people probably assume that because I am known for being a gold digger, like, I'm gonna go that ways. And I've talked about this before, but I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page, clear and transparent. All my romantic information, let it be known, I didn't do anything wrong, like I said. So as I was saying, when that new guy showed up, he was literally on his way, and then I didn't know what to say because it looked like I had planned this, and so I was like, I didn't make other plans, you know what I mean? And obviously I was like, well, if they confront each other, they're gonna make up stuff, and then they might think something else about me. And I was like, really, like, oh, now what do I do? Because my first ex, right, knows him, and they bumped into each other because they were both trying to talk to me. Just like the others. So it's like this weekend, I was like, okay, because people know them, right? So I'm thinking they're gonna find something to do right now, because right now everybody's found something to do. Like, this is like pre-summer, everybody's set, everybody's, getting all their stream schedule, everything prepped, because this season is for real. Like, this is a big season right now for streamers. And right now, you're getting ready because you want to get your money up, because obviously everybody is trying to start up and succeed. And not just continue, but be bigger, be better, and have, you know, more weight behind them. So I was like, well, they're gonna beef themselves up right now. It's crunch time. I just remember everybody was talking about Justin Bieber all week long. And I was thinking, this is gonna be like, I don't know, like his mini concert. And I was thinking, you know, the other acts were like, they weren't Justin Bieber. So the rest of the people who weren't dedicating their time and energy, investing in their future as a influencer, were at Coachella. Honey, I can name a million things and to be working with me. Okay, like I don't have zero confidence, but I just, what's the fascination here? I don't get it. I have followers, I have an audience, I have fans. I get that. That I understand. But like, if you fumbled a baddie, like, what are you doing here? You know? It's like, I don't know. It's literally like talking to a wall. And I would love to be talking about my other exes. They're wonderful. They're helpful. They support what I do. They, you know, it's like we found a new life in this chapter. And this is the opposite. It's like either me or you're done. And I'm like, honey, I haven't even started. Bitch, please. And so I'm like, you know, I guess nothing's working that my future baby daddy's gonna do, because lo and behold, Friday he was out all night long. All night long. I was like, why is he out? Like, and then I was checking my phone, like, where is he? Where? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And I was like, I finally heard him, and I was like, okay, well, he's not even far. But he was with a bunch of people, and I was like, who is that? And he stayed out all night. He only came into sleep, and he went back outside. I was like, why is he doing that? And he didn't want to say anything, so that made me feel bad. You know, like, because, like, if it was the thing about my exes and you're not talking, like, it made me feel bad. It hit on the realm of insecurity. And that's, you know, what drove the sword in first. Why you chilling with the ops, boy? So I was like, you know what? I bet you they're gonna fight because count how many hours they've been drinking. Like I said, they know each other. So they started getting loud and I started getting restless, and I was like, this is a rough morning. Like, how do you sleep, right? Like, I mean, you know, like when I sleep solid, like, but this stuff like got me, you know. It got me majority in my head. And that's when feelings come out that I don't own. That's when paranoia comes into play. That's when you know, unmatched energy gives off like signs of, you know, falling off. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna be that, you know, person that's like party pooper. This sure as hell ain't the place to be partying. Like, that's my building. This is my friend's dad's building. So I was like, we're not gonna do that. And right when I decided that in my brain, like, I was like, that's not cool. He comes back inside. I was like, oh. I was like, oh my gosh, like, it was so funny. Like, that's how he is. Like, I don't know. But he's never by himself. I'll tell you what. And somebody else was like right behind him. And this dude, the ex, the one that I had, the first ex, right? Said something. And I have this thing that I always talk about, beta energy and giving off, you know, giving off those vibes, you know, like cook vibes. And I'm like, these dudes probably have like 10 girlfriends and have no business here. Like, to be honest, like, they could date anyone, right? They could date anyone. Nobody's like needs to know. Like, they could date anyone in any situation, you know. So that was, yeah. And then I was like, okay. You know, I'm not even gonna spend any more energy on that because I need my sleep. You wanted a reaction that bad that you staked out in front of my house he was, negging my man all night long, getting him drunk, feeding him lies. And then you had the audacity to act like you were chummy with my neighbor. When my neighbor clearly knows who you are. All of my neighbors are either Nepo babies or have some claim for fame. Like, that's the way it is around here. Like, I don't generally fuck with basic people. Like, if you see me with somebody and, it's because we're known people. And that was the point where I was like, you know what? He was looking to square up. And I think all the things that he stands for and believes in, quite frankly, reached around and bit him right in the ass. I always say I have a niche for finding karma headed in my direction to turn everything into positivity, because I know sometimes I go through things. I go through things that I don't talk about. We don't talk about. And nobody could touch on. So I think for the most part, I see it. I see it and I know what it is. And now, I know why they say karma's a bitch. I know why they say when you see karma headed in your direction, turn away. And that karma could only end in a bad way. Because it comes after. It comes in the aftermath. It comes in the event of the downfall of man. It's not something that comes, because of all this good things, I get it. So, but I still believe, like, I still believe if you do good things will come to you. But that was crazy. What do you guys think? I hope he steers clear of here and stays out of my neighborhood. I hope somebody moves him out of every community he shows his face in. And all of them, too. They don't have no business near residential districts. Public drinking, fighting, and that creepy behavior. It's just not for this neighborhood specifically. And to be even more particular about it, I don't want them anywhere near me ever. And it's so lame that we have the same type of profession, and to think that one day, because of that, we could end up in the same, space. So, I don't say much, but this weekend was really, it was a lot of pressure. Because this weekend they did all the things again. It went way out of the way. Not only that, but to throw my neighbor in the mix and throw a bunch of people in the mix this weekend was humiliating. So, that's just what I want to say, publicly about it. Because I didn't tell the truth at first. And I guess maybe it pushes them to do more. I don't know. Like I said, I keep blaming myself. But we're gonna find a way out of this. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Like, comment, share, subscribe. My son different. Bye-bye.